So that is where you would show your number. And then over there it says claim what's your answer. So you do 2.89 times 10 to the what power? 8. Okay? Now, could you have stuck this in your calculator and checked yourself?
Yeah.
You sure could. That's actually easier than changing it from mode, scientific notation, and so forth, right? Okay, so, but you could have changed that scientific notation, right? And then checked your answer that way. Either way would have worked. When you're doing your evidence, you would explain it somehow like this, in some words, in your own words. How did you do the math? Not because your teacher told you so, okay? That's never an answer. Because scientific notation, I had to find where my original decimal was. Then I had to make it a number between 1 and 10. That's the reason I put it between the 2 and the 8. Then it has to be times 10 to some power. So I looked at it and then I saw how many numbers were between my original decimal and my new decimal, and that's my exponent. Something to that effect. Okay? And then on your reasoning, give a number in standard form. When given a number in standard form, in order for me to convert it to scientific notation, you could have put something, I have to get it with a number between 1 and 10. Or I have to make it times 10 to some power. Something short and simple. Okay? So that's how those are done. We will actually glue that in our spiral in a little bit, so you can set that to the side. We are going to keep working on our notes from yesterday. So go ahead and open up. We are on number 9. Thank you for those of you who read the board. It did say have your notes spiral out. I'm going to go to my calculator. Okay, so everybody hit stat, enter. Now, remember, you only have to write it if it changes. I did have somebody ask me this morning, but I want to rewrite them all. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. Okay? But you have to write it if it changes. If they haven't cleared out the calculator, just clear it out for them. Second plus 712. Yes.
Do we have to rewrite pi exactly?
Well, hold on. I'll show you. I'll show you exactly what I expect here as we do this one. So hit blue, carrot top, enter. Is it showing the pi sign? No. So it changed. Whatever it says in your calculator is what you have to write down. And you're going to see why I'm getting you in this routine in one moment. So, you're writing it above the pi. I'm going to write it right here so you know what I expect. The next one we're going to do is a square root of 15. So hit blue, square root, 15, hit enter. And I need to rewrite it because it is not showing the square root of 15 on my calculator, is it? Okay, so if it does not show what you see on your paper, you have to rewrite it. That is my expectations. That is you showing your work. Okay? Now we're going to type in -3. It is not going to change. then the next one is alpha y equal -7 over 2 and hit enter. Okay, now here we go. So you can go along with your little paper right there. We just put the numbers in. So now we're gonna hit stat. These are least to greatest. So if I'm going least to greatest, am I going up or am I going down? Up. So I'm going to hit 2. I'm gonna hit blue, 1, enter, so it's done. Blue, 1, enter, so it's done. And then I'm gonna hit stat, enter. And my numbers are in order. Now, when you rewrite it, you are going to go back and write the original numbers. Okay, so this is what you show. See, here's what I expect. Then you do it -7 over 2, -3, pi, not 3, don't write the 3.1416. And then our last one was the square root of 15. So you go back and rewrite the original. Okay? Number 10. Now, remember to clear your list. We're going to go to up arrow. We're going to hit clear, and we're going to hit enter. Up arrow, clear, enter. Now we're going to do number 10. Alpha y equal 2 over 9. Oh, hit enter because we have a regular fraction. -2 over 9. Hit enter. Negative square root of 2. Now somebody on one of the ones you'll have when you start working on your own, there might be a number in front of that square root. No big deal. Say you have 2 square root of 2. You'd write 2, hit the square root button, 2. Just hit stat enter. Yeah, if you get out of the screen, just hit stat enter and just make sure when you type the next one, if you've already typed, type below it. Or it just cancels out that other. So we have negative second square root 2 and enter. Uh-oh, it changed. So I must write it down because that is my expectation. Then we put in -2. Then we type in alpha y equal 2, -1, scroll to the right, 7, scroll down, hit 8, hit enter. You can even practice this weekend if you want to get faster at this and put that calculate 84 on your iPad and you can practice doing this. Okay, again we're going least to greatest. So I'm going to hit stat. If I'm going least to greatest, what do I do? Go to 2. Hit blue, 1, enter, so it's done. And hit stat, enter. changed. So now I write -2, -1 7/8. That would be my negative square root of 2 and -2/9. You are now going to get your little piece of paper out. Oh, you don't have a little piece of paper. Just kidding. This piece of paper that you don't have. This one would have got lost back there. Okay, they like to put them like this on the STAR test. I think you have one like this on your test. Okay, on next Wednesday. So we're going to practice this. And look, you have one like this tomorrow. So this is kind of the way this looks, but it's 3/8. And then it has 50%, and we haven't talked about a percent, so we're going to talk about a percent. So I actually have this one written on the board, so I can use my calculator. So let me go to my calculator. Okay, we're going to go up, we're going to hit clear, and we're going to hit enter. Now, all this means right here is which two answers are between 3/8 and 50%. That's all that fanciness means. Okay? It looks scary, but don't let it be scary. That just means which two numbers fall between that. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to hit alpha y equal, enter. We're going to put the ones they want us, our original ones, 3/8. Now, we have not talked about a percent. All percents will go over 100. Okay? You're not going to find a percent sign on your calculator. You can look forever. You won't find it. You can always put it over 100. Well, that's all what you're always going to do. So hit alpha y equal. Hit enter. And we're going to put 50 over 100. All percents will go over 100. It changed. So I must write it down. It changed, so I must write it down. Now, we're going to make this easy. We are going to put every single answer in there also. So you are going to have 7 numbers in column 1. So here we go. We are going to put in square root, so blue, x squared, 0.03. Of course it's a square root, so it's going to change, right? And it is 0.1732, so yes, you're expected to write that down. Okay, my next one is 0.395. If you want to put the 0 in front of it, you can, but watch. It'll put it there for you. I just put 0.395. Okay? The next one we're going to do is alpha y equal 1/8. The next one we're going to do is 1.25. Enter. a fraction. So I hit alpha y equal, enter. 6. Scroll down, 13. Hit enter. Stayed the same, so I had to show work on my 50% and my square root of 0.03. Okay? So here we go. When you're wanting a between, it does not matter whether you do greatest to least or least to greatest. Doesn't matter. It is your choice. Okay? It does not matter. So what we're going to do is we hit stat. Do y'all want to sort A or sort D? D, because we have it. Okay. So hit 3. We are still going to hit blue, 1, enter, so it's done. And we're going to hit stat, enter. Now, remember my question said, which two numbers are between 3/8 and 1/2? You're going to take your little fingers. Do 3/8 and 1/2. Oh, what two numbers are between them?
6, 13, and 0.3.
So which two are my answers? B and E. See how easy that was? No stressing. Putting all your answers in, everything, and let it do it for you. Okay? So B and E were your answers. So right now we're going to go to our note spiral. And we're going to glue some of this, all this stuff we have on our desk in there. Okay, so we're going to do a little different than we usually do. Get out your note spiral. Thank you for those of you who have it out, because that was part of our, or you should have it out, because we just used it. I have the glue for supplies if y'all knew y'all needed. Okay, we're going to do something crazy. We're actually going to open the back of our spiral. Open to the back of your spiral. Okay. Turn the page. And we are going to put a 5 on that. So I'll show you what I did again, just in case. I turn the page and I put a number 5. Turn in the page again. I'm going to put a number 4. Turn the page again. I'm going to put a number 3. Turn the page again. I'm going to put a number 2. And one more time, I'm going to turn the page and put a number 1. Now, I had these out first period to give first period because we're actually supposed to do this before I start teaching you the concept. But it was just busy yesterday. So, we're going to pretend I haven't taught you anything on the calculator on ordering numbers. You walked in and I said, we're going to order numbers today. How do you feel on your knowledge of ordering numbers as you did it in 6th and 7th grade? Changing it to decimals and stuff like that without a calculator. You're going to rate yourself from 1 to 5. No one should be at a 1 because you did it for 2 years. Rate yourself where you think you are with ordering numbers without a calculator. Just circle it. Now, Tuesday, after you've done 2 days of working on your own with the calculator and ordering numbers, we're going to come back to this. And you are going to ask yourself again, where am I at now with ordering numbers as an 8th grader? And we're also going to put a goal for what your goal is to make on your test on Wednesday. Okay, these are our goal sheets. Your test on Wednesday has 2 scientific notations and 8 ordering numbers. That's it. Okay, easy. Okay, now, what you're going to do, and I also call these our brain dump papers, and you're going to see why. Monday I'm going to show you, I might say, if I let you use your note spiral and only let you open to page 1 at the back. And this is all you could use. You would want to dump as much on there as you could on ordering numbers and scientific notation. So I'm going to kind of show you how to do that on Monday to help you out with how we're going to do these. And then from then on, you'll do your own. But we'll do that on Monday. Okay, so now and we're going to glue it at the very top because the next teak we'll glue down here. We only do these on the majors, so you know these are going to be the heavy ones on your test. And then we're going to at least ask 2 of them on the start test. Okay? Okay, we are now going to turn to the front to page 4 where we were yesterday. You are going to take your exemplar and fold it. And we're going to glue it right here on top of the paper we glued in yesterday that we just finished writing on today. We're going to take the little one we just did and we're going to glue it on top of it. Now we're through with your note spiral, but you might want to leave it out so you have your steps right there in front of you. So all I did is the one we just finished, I glued on top. Okay? Now here we go. We're going to go back to our calculator and the big sheet you picked up from the back. I need to clear out my calculator. Or my list, not my calculator. Clear, enter, and now it's clear. Okay, we are going to look at number 1 on our paper. Okay? Because we haven't done any that are tables, and I don't want you to panic if you see one that is a table. But it's actually nice when it's a table because it's all nice and neat right there. Okay? So, we're looking at number 1. And it says 0.6. So I type in 0.6. Thomas is 2/3. So I do alpha y equal 2/3, hit enter. The next one, oh, it's a percent. What do I do when it's a percent?
Over 100.
Right here. Up, clear, enter. Over 100. So you should highlight your list one. Over 100. So I'm going to hit alpha y equal enter. 62 over 100. It changed. You do not see 62% in your calculator. So your expectation, besides 62%, you should have 31/50 on your paper. Everyone see what I did? Okay? So beside the 62%, you should have 31/50, or you're going to have no work. Which means no grade. Y'all are catching on. Alpha y equal, enter. 5/8, enter. And you're going to see on the next problem we do why I make you do that. Why I make you write it. Because every single one of them will change. Okay. Now, underline my directions where it says, which list shows the number of tables. Underline least to greatest so you know what you're doing. They're not always going to be least to greatest. So you should have 4 numbers in your table. Okay. So now I'm going to do least to greatest. So I'm going to hit stat. I'm going to hit least to greatest. What am I hit? 2, because I'm going least to greatest. You see I'm going up, ascending, up, ascending. So then I hit blue, 1, enter, so it's done. Blue, 1, enter, so it's done. And then I hit stat enter, and it's in order. Which one is your answer? A. Okay, now we're going to skip down and do number 4. So go up, clear your list, highlight L1, hit clear, hit enter. And after we do this problem, you might want to write this on your cute little card so you remember that. Okay, number 4 is the one we're doing. Every single one of these we put in there is going to change. So this is why you want to always write it down. Okay? 2 numbers, our glue should not be out. Those playing with it. 2 numbers on the number line, square root of 25 over 2, and your 3 pi. It says which value is not, can you circle the word not, between these 2 numbers on the number line? When it doesn't tell you least to greatest or greatest to least, when it's asking you the between, does it matter which direction you go?
No.
It does not matter. It's your choice whether you do least to greatest or greatest to least. So it's going to be just like one of these. You're going to put all your answers in because we are trying to figure out which one is not in between those. So we're going to put them all in and they're all going to change. Here we go. We are first going to put alpha y equal because that has a fraction. Now look at there. So we had alpha y equal enter. There's a square root of 25 on top. Don't be scared of that. Just put it in. Just hit blue, x squared, type in 25, 25, not 5. Scroll down and type in 2 and hit enter. It changed, so I wrote it beside my square root of 25 over 2. It changed, so I had to write it. That is you showing your work. That should say 31 over 50. Now, the next one is, so everyone on that should have written 5 over 2. That's your expectation of showing your work. Now I'm going to do 3 pi. So I just hit blue, carrot top. Blue, carrot top. Hit enter, and oh, it changed. So I have to write that beside the 3 pi. So I have 2 things written already beside my number line. Okay? Now I'm going to put in all the answers. Square root of 25. Blue, square root, 25, enter, and you get 5. The next one is alpha y equal, enter. Now, I'm going to teach you something new here. So do blue, carrot top, because that's your pi sign. We know how to make an exponent, right? You can hit the carrot top, but If it's a 2, you can hit this X squared button. So then you don't have to hit Carrot Top 2. Just hit the X squared button behind the pi. And you see it throws a 2. So if you ever have a exponent of 2, you can just hit that X squared button. Scroll down, because I have to go to my denominator. And I hit 3 and I hit enter. And I need to type it in because it changed. Now, do you see why we have to write everything down? Because when this changes here in a minute, you're not going to remember what is what. That is why that is my expectation. Pi, second, Carrot Top, enter. Okay. And the last one is alpha. Not second. Alpha, y equal pi, so that's second, Carrot Top, or blue Carrot Top. Scroll down, hit 2, hit enter. So every single one of those changed. So you should have 6 handwritten things on your paper. Every single one of those changed. So when you move in here in a minute, you'd be going, uh-oh, I don't want you to have to retype everything to figure out which one was what. That is why I have you show your work. Okay? Now, we are going to do stat. Does it matter what I sort?
No.
Sure doesn't. What do we want to do? 2 or 3? 2. Blue, 1, enter, so it's done. Stat, enter. Now, we're looking for which one does not fall between 5/2 and 9.42 because they switched. So there's my 5/2 and my 9.42. I'm just going to mark all those out. Which one is not in there?
1.57.
Perfecto! See how easy that is? And it's not going to take you as long as it did us because I was going slow for everyone to put it in. Okay? So don't worry about, oh, that took forever. It's not going to take forever when you're doing your own calculator. Okay? You are going to put your answers on this cute little thing. Joe colored it in here so I don't have to flip over papers. Okay? And you can start working. So you will staple this to the top when you turn it in.